further ado, we will turn the time over to Nilesh Sinha, who is the chairman of CGI and has vital experience in startup ecosystem. Sir, kindly put a note.
On behalf of Confederation of Global Innovators, I am very happy to have you all in today's webinar based on DevOps. There is a Burmese proverb that at the time of drastic changes, it is the learners who inherit the future. In these critical times of COVID-19 crisis, we, the learners who are continuously involved in upskilling and reskilling by way of these webinars and all those conferences, hackathons, and series of events which CGI has been organizing ever since the inception. So these events are going to be beneficial to all of us, and we, the primary stakeholders, or as we can call as the demographic dividends of world, are going to be the biggest beneficiaries. So I extend my best wishes to all the stakeholders who are present in today's webinar, and we look forward in having an interactive session today.
Thank you so much, sir, for the wonderful words. Technology connects us, technology unites us, technology amplifies our power. So today we are presenting DevOps, which is the collaboration of development and operations, presented by Mr. Amit Manchanda, who is currently working as an end-to-end solution architect, project manager, and ICT program director in many telecommunication products and services. Also, if you all have any questions during the sessions, please type them into the question box in your Meet control panel. Rohit Adlakha, who is the project manager in CGI, will bring them up during the presentation and you will be having the time for questions at the end. Over to you, sir. Amit, sir.
Thank you for your kind introduction. I really appreciate that, and I welcome you all into this session today. I'm also starting to share my screen, guys. Let me know once you guys can see it. Is it visible now?
Yes, it is.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
thank you for the confirmation. Okay, guys, thank you for being a part of this session again today. I really appreciate that. So, the topic for today evening is DevOps. In the introduction, you heard DevOps is development and operations. But is it all? Does anyone have any idea in this room what is DevOps? If you do, feel free to unmute your microphone and speak out. What do you think DevOps is before we start? Does anyone want to say anything on that? Okay, so in that case, I assume that we don't know the answer to that. That is absolutely fine. That is the whole agenda of the topic today, wherein we'll cover about DevOps and we will give you a basic overflow of the DevOps via which you will be able to garner high level details. I'll also cover some practical examples within the organization that I work for, and that will be able to give you some starting points on how to go into the depth of DevOps. But before we go into DevOps, it's important to be able to understand why DevOps is needed, and then we will understand what DevOps is. The definition, of course, says it's development and operations combined together. One topic which all of us are very well aware of, and I'm sure all of us in our academic careers might have worked and studied about, is waterfall model. Waterfall model primarily talks about having a project or a software delivered in a very waterfall type architecture, which says first do the requirement gathering, then do the design of that, then do the implementation, and then the verification, and then the maintenance. Is it not? That is how a typical waterfall model works for. So this is a technology, I would say methodology, which was used at the very onset of the software industry, and it is still being used, very successful. It has its own pros and cons. In this case, you take a software, design it, and then start doing the development of that portion, right? So again, the same question again. Would anyone like to specify what are the advantages of a waterfall model? The primary advantage of a waterfall model here is to say that you very clearly know what is the scope of work, what is that you have to deliver. It is absolutely simple to understand, because if I ask you to do something, in that case you simply go ahead and say, I will capture the requirements in which the order has to work on, and then I will do the designing of that portion and then deliver. Waterfall model primarily says that in the onset of the delivery, the requirements are not getting changed, and therefore freezed locked scope against which you work in. But there are subsequent disadvantages of waterfall model as well. What are the disadvantages? It has its own very long lead time. As an example, if I give you a project to work on, you might take 3 months, 4 months, 5 months for a complex project. It might take an year's duration to complete that project. And once you complete that project, after 1 year, you come to the customer who has given you that requirement and say that, boss, this is what I have created. And then he said, oh, it has been an year. My requirements have changed now. I don't exactly need this. Or worse, you have not understood what I wanted. And you have delivered something very out of the ordinary, which I was not expecting. In this case, there are major reworks that a person will have to do, because you have spent a considerable amount of time, example 1 year, to do that. And a very small change in a functionality might lead into a lot of reworks and a lot of retesting. That's one of the disadvantages which comes for a typical waterfall model. The workaround in this case is, of course, a phased delivery. You can do a phase-wise delivery. But again, instead of a 1 year, you might do a delivery in 2 months for that matter. And every time in a waterfall model, you will say that before I go to the next model, I need to first understand the requirement, absolutely crystal clear of what's going to happen in the next 2 months, work on it, and then deliver. But when I am working on it, the expectation of a waterfall model is, don't come and change the design. Don't come and change the requirement. Whatever will come in after this phase is completed, which can also lead into potential problems of uh, a requirement coming in after 6 weeks, or rather maybe 6 months, which your software cannot support, because a waterfall model is based on a design which has been preset, and therefore drastic changes to those designs are not at times supported. And therefore, the other major problem that comes in here is a big bang integration. You have developed several pieces of the software from this company and several vendors, and you are coming together on one fine day to come and integrate things together, and they don't work because of whosoever fault it is. And that is typically what happens in a waterfall model. And therefore, that is one of the biggest disadvantages that we have here. Now, let's imagine a situation that we have been asked to create a software for this classroom or this webinar that we are talking about, wherein we have to create a software to make sure that there is no unruly behavior within this class. How would you do that? You'll simply go ahead and maybe on everyone's places, you will make sure that the web cameras are switched on. You will make sure that the microphones are enabled. You will have a software which is continuously monitoring it. You will make sure that the authentication of that particular person is always there, and then be able to track things. And when any unruly behavior starts coming in, maybe one of you switches on your video and does something absurd which is not professionally acceptable, in that case, the software will act on that and maybe disconnect that user from this meeting, a kind of a software which is needed. Now, this example will have multiple moving parts, and not necessary that all these parts is created by a single team, and might be divided into multiple teams as well. One part is working on being able to disconnect a person from the team. The other part is maybe surveilling what is happening in that video. The third person might be about enabling the microphones, forceful enablement of microphones and videos on the other side of the user. And each of these units standalone are working. When you come together and integrate the software on a particular day for a customer demo, it might not work the way it is expected. Right, guys? Do you guys understand? And do you have any questions on this part? Okay. Okay. So in this situation, we do requirement gathering, you do design, you do development, you do demo, you do maintenance. But then after this happens. Any guesses? What is this? Anyone? What happens when you have delivered a software through waterfall model? What is this happening on the screen right now? Any guesses from anyone?
Requirements change.
Okay. What else? Any other guesses?
It may not meet the requirements of the investor. No.
Okay. What else? Any other guesses? Take the example that I just stated about
Yes.
unruly behavior being controlled. And when you have come in, this is what is happening. How do you see this?
Many times the problem due to which the software was being developed may have changed a little bit.
Okay.
So the requirement of the software might so the software need to